Hello everyone, my name is Bukky. Welcome to my channel, your number one place where you learn about personal finance and career. So today we are talking about something very important on our journey into financial independence, and that is about budgeting. So today I'm going to talk about life-changing tips or hacks or whatever you want to call it that has changed my life, and I would like to share these tips with you so that you can also use it in your own personal finance space and see the results that you've been looking for. And then so it's also important that while this is going on, decide in your heart to pick maybe just one thing. If you cannot do two, just one of the things I will be sharing, pick it up and run with it, utilize it in your personal finance life, and that is when you can actually get results. All right, so what exactly is budgeting? According to Dave Ramsey, one of my favorite personal finance person, he said budgeting is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where did your money go, right? Because the thing is, if you do not budget, you just wake up one morning and realize, oh, all the money you have in your account has gone with the wind. And that is why when you sit down to budget, you actually tell the money, okay, you go to this place, you go for this, you go for this, and then you are not at a loss when you've spent all the money. And that is why I think this topic is really important, and you should stay until the end for this particular video. All right, let's take a deep dive. And before we do that, make sure you like this video, comment, drop your question, any personal finance questions or career that you have. I would respond to them, I would answer to them. And don't forget to subscribe and also share with your family and friends. I mean, information is powerful. Okay, so let's take a deep dive. All right, welcome back. So first tip of today is start with your mindset. Okay, so the question is, who are you? See, if you continue to think in your mind that I'm not able to save, I cannot budget, you will not be able to budget. Sorry, that's the truth. You cannot, because your mind is already telling you you are not able to do it, right? If you continue to think in your mind that, okay, I'm a consumer, I consume things, I'm just a consumer, you will continue to be a consumer. You won't be able to sit down and create. And then you might think, okay, so but how does this apply to budgeting? Well, it applies to it because it's been found out that it is what we identify ourselves to be that we manifest. So what you identify yourself to be, that is what you manifest. Which means that if you identify yourself today to be, okay, I'm a budgeter, well, it's good. It means that when you are saying that, okay, I'm a budgeter, you begin to ask yourself, how are you a budgeter? And then you say, okay, yeah, I need to budget for my money, I need to budget for my income. You sit down and get a pen and paper and draw up that budget, right? And then to help you further, maybe you want to have a sticker saying I'm a budgeter, or write it in your bedroom, on your wallet, or wherever, to keep reminding yourself, to work on your mind that you are a budgeter and you want to learn the art of budgeting. You want to practice the art of budgeting. And that's the first thing you need to do. You need to work on your mindset. All right. The second thing, or the second life hack I'll be sharing with you about budgeting basics, is to understand your why. Now, if you're doing something and you don't understand the why behind it, my dear, you will struggle. And that struggle is not from here. You won't even understand where the struggling is coming from. There will be so much struggle because there is nothing driving you to want to do that thing. You don't have that push. There is no push. There is no fire, burning to say, okay, this is why I need to do this. I need to do it. I need to budget because I need to do something. So you need to understand the reason why you are budgeting. Okay, for example, the why for budgeting could be that, okay, you know what? I want to retire living a very good life. I don't want to retire depending on the government or on socials or on family and friends or on children. I want to be able to take care of myself while retiring, right? Or while in retirement. That could be a good reason why you want to start focusing more on your financial freedom or your financial independence and thinking about budgeting. Your own reason might be, okay, I want to buy a house, right? That's also a good reason to think about budgeting, because if you are thinking of buying a house, especially in some countries, and you want to get like a kind of mortgage from the bank will want to know how much do you have, what is your plan to pay back, right? And even if you're planning to save up, if you're trying to save up, you need to plan how you want to save up. Where is that money coming from, right? And that is why your why has to be very profound. You have to really understand it. It has to be clear in your mind, because the moment you get that clarity of why you are budgeting, then you won't feel lazy about it. You won't struggle with it, because you understand what you want to do and you understand why you need to do it. And that is the second tip that you need to learn about budgeting. All right, the third thing I would like to share with you is that you need to understand, you need to understand the principle that budgeting is an habit. And the one thing about habit is that they can be learned and unlearned, right? So the question is, how can I learn budgeting? How can I learn the habit of budgeting? And before I go ahead, I don't want you to tell me that, oh, you know what, I am old, and so what? I mean, the older you are, the more hunger you should have to fix your personal finance space. And that is why, even with you being old, you want to make sure that you are taking care of that personal finance space, because you don't want to be relying on someone else to take care of you in your older age, right? So to learn the habit of budgeting, it's simple. It's really, really simple. So what you should do is, as you are right now looking at me watching this video, get a pen and paper, take 15 minutes or 10 minutes, think about your total income for the month, right? Have a column for your inflows and have a column for your outflows. Your outflows are what you're spending your money on, is rent, on food, on transport, on wares, on giving, on, I don't know, on hair care, personal care, massage, everything you do with your money on a monthly basis, put it down. And that's it. You have really started budget. Just sit down and look at it. If your inflow, right, is bigger than your outflow, then that's good for you. Then the question you should be asking yourself is, what am I doing with the rest, right? If your outflow, however, is bigger than your inflow, then you are in trouble. You should even pay more attention into budgeting. All right, but then the next question will now be, so now I have it written all down. I know how much I earn in a month, and I know, or in a week, and I know how much goes out for my pockets every month. Okay, what you just did right now with your pen and the paper, repeat the exercise tomorrow. Take 10 minutes or 15 minutes of your time, sit down and ask yourself this 5 questions. First, did any money come in for me today? If yes, write it down. Ask yourself, how did I do with my spending today? Did I do well, or I didn't do so good? Put it down. The next question should be, okay, what unnecessary spending did I make today? Just be sincere with yourself. You know those unnecessary spendings that you make. You know those impulsive spendings that you make. Put that down as well. And then the next question should be, how do I intend to be better? You know, it's not just to think about the bad things or not so good things that you've done. You should also look at, how do I get better? And that's the good thing about learning new habits. See, so okay, ask yourself, how do I get better? How do I stop spending impulsively? How do I stop spending unnecessarily? How do I stop wasting money? Ask yourself that question, and you know that answer for yourself. The 5th question would be, what good decision did I make about my budget today, or did I make about money today? Write it down. Then assess these answers, right? So the good decision that you made about money that you're so proud of, it's a win for you. You can apply this good decision tomorrow, right? And then tomorrow, and then the following day, and then following, and before you know it, that good decision becomes a normal thing for you, becomes a standard for you. And then also the question of, what unnecessary spendings did I make today? look at it, and then once you reflect on it, tomorrow you know that, okay, it's at the back of your mind not to make that mistake again, right? And you know that. And then come tomorrow, take another 10 minutes and do the same exercise, right? Think about your spendings. Okay, so how did I do with money? What good decision did I make? What bad decision did I make? What unnecessary buys did I make? Put all of these questions, and by the way, I'll drop these questions in the description below so that you can also go through it for yourself and use it for your budgeting or for your reflection time. So you can ask yourself these 5 questions every day. Set like 10 minutes or 15 minutes for yourself and see how you will do after a week. Consolidate your results and see how you've progressed, right? And you know, there's this saying that a new habit is formed if done consecutively for 21 days. For some people it might take more days, but for some people it takes like 21 days. So do it every week, every day, then every week, like consolidate every week and see how you've progressed. If you're able after 21 days to do it consecutively, and you will realize that there are some things that you did on the first day, some mistakes, some spending errors you did on the first day, that by the 21st day they are no longer there, because you've learned and you've unlearned bad things, right? And that is the power of budgeting, right? That's the power of sitting down and reflecting on how you need to spend your money. Okay, I hope that this particular point sticks in, because I think this is my favorite. It's about reflecting on money itself, and that is what most of us don't do. We don't reflect about our finance. We leave it for fate, and it shouldn't be so. All right, the 4th thing I would like to share with you is identify your needs and wants. What do I mean by this? You know, when you identify what is most important to you, what you need to actually pay for, and what is like a nice to have, you don't stress your finance so much. And that is very key in working on a budget. And the good thing is, if you do the exercise, the 3rd exercise I mentioned in my 3rd point, you would be able to really and quickly identify what are your needs and what are your wants. And I also did an explicit video about what are needs and wants. I explained to you what you should look out for, and I gave examples of what your needs could be and what your wants could be. You could check this video in this link up here and learn more about that topic. And that's number 4. Right, number 5 would be, yes, use my template. In one of my videos, this one here, I talked about how I started working with a budget as a 20-something-year-old woman. And in that video, I gave a very basic thing I used. I didn't have so much resources then, but then I was very basic in my thinking then. And I believe that if you can use this template, you are on a good way to start your way into your financial independence journey. And so thank you very much. I hope you are able to take a few things with you today. And I have this question for you. What are your own budgeting tips that you would like to share with others? Do not hesitate to drop them in the comment. I would like to read from you. And if you're not into budgeting yet, from the things I shared today, what would you like to take with you, and what is the definite thing you would like to work on? What resonates with you most in the things I've shared today? Like I said, that will be all for me today. And don't forget, money doesn't fix bad habits. What actually fixes bad habits is our actions and, yes, prayers. So act on the things we've shared today, you've learned today, and pray about them. Okay, do not forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, click on the notification button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.